Okay, everybody, so are you all ready? Are you? Okay. All right, without further ado, then, it is my great, great pleasure to introduce Irene Young.
Wow. Well, you all know how to overwhelm a girl. You're amazing. And let me say, how about that GoFundMe campaign? I cannot believe the amazing response that we had. From $10 to $10,000, I appreciated every single cent. But I would like to tell you what I appreciated even more than the funds, even though they were needed, because this is an expensive book to put together. 440 pages, you can imagine. What I appreciated was that I felt that you see me. I felt that you get me, that you know who I am. And to be seen by a community like this is truly an honor. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. I have just a few people to thank here tonight, and because they're responsible for the physical making of this book, and I needed them, and they were so wonderful. I want you to know who they are. First of all, it didn't start as a book. It started as slideshows and exhibits. You remember Chris Williamson asked me to do an exhibit here for one of the Changer celebrations, one of the anniversaries. And then, of course, Olivia Travel has asked me to do slideshows and exhibits with them. So that was the first sort of time of me diving into these negatives. And the person that helped me with that is here tonight. I needed help organizing. She was so awesome. She's just a very artful person, and she knew what to help me with. And that is Marie Carbone. Marie, where are you? Can you stand up? Hi, Marie, thank you. And the next person I'd like to thank is the designer for my book, because we worked together for a year, pretty much with contact every single day. Some of you might know her because she worked with Jill Davey, JPD Design, for years, and that's Penny Werner. And she's just wonderful. She did a beautiful job. Penny, are you here? You're over here? Stand up, Penny. Penny Werner, designed the book. And the next person I want to thank is not here, but she is in West Palm Beach, Florida, and she helped us out with the cover. And that was not an easy cover. I know you might think we just put some photographs together. That cover took us about 2 and 3 months to solidify. That is my dear friend, designer Carol Ehrlich in West Palm Beach. I want to thank the entire staff of the Freight and Salvage. They are all so hospitable to me. I have been coming to the Freight and Salvage ever since it was 60 seats over on San Pablo. Now I'm going to tell y'all something that I don't tell very many people. Linda Tillery's going to, well, you'll see. Linda Tillery played there one night years ago, 60 seats. She had a James Brown dance contest. Now, I don't know if she's going to remember this, but I want you to know, don't expect demonstration, but I tied for first place. Woo! So I want to thank the Freight and Salvage, and I just want to say this place is home for us. I want you to imagine, where would we be having this celebration? Where would we be if we didn't have the Freight and Salvage? This is our home. We are good to the Freight and Salvage, and the Freight and Salvage is good to us. And, I want to especially thank my friend and, well, this whole room is his domain, and I have to thank Bob Whitfield because he's amazing. I got to thank my good friend Jennifer Berzan, right? Because she co-produced this event with me, and I couldn't have done it without her. No way. I was finishing the book. Plus, she's brilliant. I'm okay, but she's brilliant, And I want to thank Penny Rosenwasser, and I will explain why. This show needed a pro stage manager, and we got one in Penny Rosenwasser. The sound has been spectacular. By the way, Heidi's in the book. Heidi's been working at the Freight and Salvage here, doing sound for 25 years. Yes. And Paul, they're doing an exceptional job. Thank you for that. Now comes the most important person that I need to thank. Let me take a breath. Did you know that if your out breath is longer than your in breath, it signals the body that everything is all right? It signals your vagus nerve, everything is all right. This next person was my long out breath. This book was not easy. And, there's thousands of negatives to go through, thousands. One day I decided, well, let me just arbitrarily pull somebody's file and count. All right, I closed my eyes, I pulled Robin Flower's file. The early days, not with Libby, not with her bands, her alone. Robin was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while when I was first situating myself in California. So you can imagine we took a lot of pictures. I want to tell you there were 2,000 negative frames. 2,000, and we didn't even date. 2,000. So anyway, about 3 years into the book, I just, I didn't know if I could go on. It was so much. And a friend of mine came over to my place and said to me, "What can I do to help?" Now, this wasn't just anybody. This was somebody, first of all, she's one of my closest friends. She worked with me as an assistant the first 10 years that I was in California. She knew everything about women's music. She was a musician even herself in her younger life. She is an avid photo book collector and a wonderful writer and editor. She was fantastic, and she came over to my house every week for 2 years, keeping me on track, making me laugh, enjoying the process. I could not have done the book without her. Please help me thank Lori Mattioli. Will you stand up? Okay, now I'm just going to read a teeny bit from the intro of the book so you can kind of get a taste of that. And then we'll go back to the wonderful music because it has been incredible. This is it. At the time of releasing this book, I am 73 years of age. I have been kneeling, bending, seeing, receiving, and giving back the beauty in others for 50 of those years. I am infinitely grateful. My dream is that somewhere within these pages, you will find a part of yourself. Whether you are a musician, writer, poet, producer, activist, mover and shaker, or one of the most important roles of all, an audience member. Some part of you is in this book. It is not a documentary, but perhaps it is representation of the soul of one of the most amazing communities in the world. When someone enters my studio, I have already prepared myself to lead them into the realm of possibility. While I am looking through my viewfinder, I am honoring another human being who is attempting to find their way through this mysterious life with some kind of triumph. My role is not about clicking a shutter and opening a lens. It is about opening the aperture of my own heart to another human being so that they can open yours. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world to play a creative role in the beautiful ways that women connect. Thank you endlessly.